Hey everybody, Uber GTO here, and I like to review my favorite gun in Battlefield 4, the AEK. This is my go-to weapon when I want to do very well, or the other team is getting the better of me. I have a great game every time I use this weapon. There are more accurate weapons, there's a couple weapons that are even faster in the game, but I love this thing for multiple different reasons. Obviously, the main reason is how fast it fires. It has a fire rate of 900 rounds per minute and a fairly standard damage of 25 at close range and 18 minimum, which gives it an incredible time to kill of 203 milliseconds, which means only the FAMAS is better at killing faster. But unlike the FAMAS, this thing has a little bit of range if you know how to handle the recoil with the right attachments. Those attachments being the angled foregrip and the muzzle brake. Without those two, the initial kick is a bit extreme. I can see why people might not pick this. With no attachments, the recoil really is something else. But as long as you do get those attachments and then get past that little bit of kick it has with that first round, this gun is amazing. It kills people so fast, which means you'll never lose a gunfight unless the guy's aim's better than yours, or that you're trying to use it at a little bit too long of a range for this weapon. Not that you can't kill somebody at longer ranges, but you're going to have to keep it down to about a 3 round burst to really pop those guys, anything over, say, about 80 meters or so. If you are closer than that, then a burst of 5 to 6 rounds works best, unless, of course, you're very close, then just let that hammer drop. In those close range encounters, unless he does have a FAMAS or a couple other weapons, you will win every gunfight you come across. Of course, the FAMAS and the other couple weapons that are as fast, or if not faster than this, cannot be used at the ranges this thing can be used at effectively, assuming you do get your recoil down under control, which I know is one of the reasons you see people using something like the ACE or M416. Those guns are fairly decent at range, and the fire rate's okay. Somebody good with the AEK can easily take down one of those people as long as you're not trying to do distances like that one. Anything like this guy coming here, they are toast. Unless they get that lucky headshot in or you're already damaged. Then of course they can win. The biggest con to using the AEK is the reload. It's a bit slower than most of the other assault rifles, and occasionally that will get you killed. If you reload with at least 1 round in the chamber, it'll take about 2.3 seconds, and if you totally empty the magazine, it will take 3.6, which is one of the slower ones out there. So you're really going to use cover and a good sidearm in case the situation does happen, and eventually it will. But the reload timer isn't as bad as it was in Battlefield 3. That was fairly slow, and I still love the gun back then, especially with this cool reloading animation it had. Other attachments I use other than the muzzle brake and angle grip are obviously a red dot of my choice, which in most guns is going to be the Coyote. It's probably the best in the game. The only other one that comes close to me would be the Cobra, which is fitting for an AEK or a Russian gun in general. Of course, even without a red dot, I really like the iron sights in this gun. It's one of the better ones, personally, I think. I don't know what it is, but I just love the way it look, and I can be just as accurate without using one of the red dots. And since I really do love my hip firing, that I do fairly frequently, I gotta have a laser on it. Even though this gun isn't the best hip fire gun I've used, and by that I mean it's not that great at all, I still gotta have that laser on it. And I've been running with the green one because, you know what, why not? It looks cooler than the red, right? And other than that, I don't think I'd use anything else. Occasionally I've used a suppressor. It's not so bad, other than initial kick's a little bit worse than I'm usually expecting, since I use this so often with the muscle brake. But it's nice being able to sneak up on people from time to time with that stupid fast shooting gun. If I were to give a rating to this gun, I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. It's so close to a 5 for me, other than the reload and a slight kick kicks it from being a 5. It's still an amazing weapon. You know what? I don't want to recommend it to everybody, just because I don't want to see this getting used on me more often. I'd rather they come at me with an Ace or M416 when I'm using this, because I will wreck you.